If this is the first time you're listening to the Wealthy Wednesday show, please remember to subscribe and click on the like button. Are you ready to change your money flow? Would you like to get beyond the six figures that you keep bumping up against? Well, let me tell you, my book, Magical Money Manifestations, is going to help you create money manifestations on autopilot so that you will have more money, more freedom, and more joy in your life. Go to MagicalMoneyManifestations.com to find out more information. Hey, 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 this is Luci McMonagle, the Mystic Wealth Creator, and I mentor mystic entrepreneurs to create more freedom in their business through conscious wealth creation so that they can have a big impact in the world and leave a legacy. I truly believe that when we fully accept our mystic powers and use them as entrepreneurs, we will accelerate the transformation of the world, bringing about peace and harmony, free of hunger and of war. So, welcome to the 2017 final Wealthy Wednesday show. Today, we are going to talk about the power of vibration. We're going to talk about my book, Magical Money Manifestations, and I'm going to give you some tips and strategies that you need to know in order to successfully close out this year so that you can bring 2018 in with a boom. So, if you have not purchased my book, Magical Money Manifestation, go to Amazon right now. Pause this video or this audio, go to Amazon and pick up my book, Magical Money Manifestations. This book is encoded with high vibrational words in a sequence. They are going to activate your subconscious mind so that you will be able to take the information in easier and better. And not only that, it's going to help you to rewrite your hardwiring, which is your subconscious mind. And it's going to help you get rid of the negative belief systems that have been hanging over you like a gloomy, dark cloud. So make sure you get my book, Magical Money Manifestations, on Amazon, and you will be able to start creating your own manifestations. So now let's get started and talk a little bit about how vibration works. And I actually have, this is on chapter 4, how vibration really works. So back in the mid 1990s, I was actually introduced to this concept called quantum physics. Now, quantum physics, I'm like, I didn't even understand what physics was, much less quantum physics, but how quantum physics actually works is it's a study of the vibration that every single item gives. Now, we live in a vibrational world, but it looks solid. You know, I can pick this up. This does not look like a vibration. I can pick up my glass. This does not look like a vibration. It's solid. But then they discovered how to actually document this through the electron microscope. The electron microscope allowed you to take a solid item and look at it through this high-powered microscope and actually see the molecules in vibration. Now, you might be wondering, what the heck does this have to do with magical money manifestations or closing out the year? It has to do with everything, because once we understand that everything is a symphony of molecules vibrating at a certain speed, then we're starting to understand that things such as money is vibration. Love is vibration. And computers are a vibration. Lamps and lights, paper, your car, everything has little teeny tiny molecules that are vibrating at a certain speed. Some of them vibrate really, really fast, and some of them vibrate very, very slow. So, in order to find the right vibration, to find your personal flow, so that you will start out 2018, first we need to close out 2017. Now, I've already talked a little bit about everything is vibration. So when we're talking about closing out 2017, we're going to look at it in a vibrational sense, but also in a practical sense, because I really like practicality. And practicality is very, very important to me because it helps me stay on a schedule to be able to keep on a rhythm, which is also a form of vibration. So you're going to need a pen, you're going to need a paper, a couple of sheets of paper, and you're going to need a fireproof container unless you have a fireplace. And I'm not talking about a fireplace that has a gas logs fireplace. I'm talking about a fireplace where you can actually have a flute open if it's on the inside of the house, or you can go outside, or you have some type of a fireproof container. You can use a tin bucket, you can use a metal coffee can, something that's not going to cause a fire, a big fire. So now the first thing you have to do is you start writing down on the first piece of paper everything that you accomplished. And looking at everything that you accomplished, also look at things that were minute accomplishments. They could be such as you smiled this morning. It could be something like you felt different. You felt a shift, a change. You might not be able to put a word to it. You can write a symbol for those ones. Write down all of the things that you've accomplished, big and small. Now that's on the first sheet of paper. You can write as many or as least as you want. It's up to you. The second sheet of paper is to write down all of your quote-unquote perceived failures. Oh, maybe your launch didn't go right. Maybe you did an email series and you didn't get anybody to sign up, or maybe you just got one or two people signed up. Maybe you did a webinar and nobody showed up. Or maybe it was something really, really catastrophic, like maybe a relationship didn't work out for you the way you intended. Or maybe you didn't get that job, or perhaps you didn't get that promotion this year. You know, things that you kind of regret, things that made you feel sad and depressed. And write all of those down, even the little tiny ones that are still bugging you. If they come up to mind, they're still bugging you. So write those down. That's very, very important. Okay, if you need to pause this, feel free to pause this. If you are driving, please do not try to write this down or talking to your cell phone because we want to make sure you're safe. We're going to end off 2017 on a good note and a good vibration. So fabulous. Now that you have your to list, all of your accomplishments, all of your perceived failures, now I want you to take this sheet that has the perceived failures, and if you have any markers, coloring crayons, a multitude of pens, whatever, I just want you to put a big X on that page. Flip the page over, put a big X, even if the backside is blank. You're Xing them out. Take the paper, crumble it up, put it in your fireproof container. If you're inside the house, make sure you go outside, unless you have a fireplace, etc. Set that thing on fire. Burn it all away. Your perceived failures are not failures at all. Your perceived failures are nothing more than the universe redirecting you to your soul purpose. Now, let me say that again. Your perceived failures are not failures. It is the universe redirecting you so that you're back on to your soul purpose course. Now, let me give you some examples. There was this gentleman that I met. It was after I was divorced, and I just felt this connection with him. It was like magic. It was so incredible. I felt so free to speak my mind, to let out my magical gifts, to talk about my intuition, to give glimpses of the future. And I was in this high vibrational mode. I felt like I was on top of the world. It was so incredibly powerful that I started busting through my belief systems. It's not about me. It was one of the main things I learned. It was very painful because I had a lot of beliefs, thinking that other people's responses were all about me. Other people's things that they did to me, by me, around me. I thought that was all about me. But it wasn't. And I was on this high flying disc, and I'm learning it's not about me. And then what happened is my belief systems, it appeared to dunk it. Like I thought I failed. I lost the relationship. And I was devastated. I was so sure, absolutely positively sure that this was the man of my dreams. Now, let's fast forward this. This is my perceived failure. Crumble it up, threw it in the bin, put it on fire. Not a perceived failure. From that one perceived failure, that led me directly to here, teaching you. It brought me to different cities throughout the United States. I made 3 long-distance moves before I finally made my final one and started understanding how to really grow my business, how to really, truly allow myself to be the mystic wealth creator. It took me over 2.5 years to realize that that perceived failure didn't have anything to do with me doing things right or me doing things wrong. It was a preconceived energy that I was looking for that was going to set me free. Now, hopefully your perceived failures were not making you feel like you were on your knees where you could not get up and crying. Because sometimes when we have perceived failures, we feel like we're completely crushed. And these perceived failures are also allowing us to create the greatest strength, the greatest passion, and it also gives you that steam for moving forward, to move beyond it, because the pain is sometimes the universe giving us signals to move forward, whether it's into the right or to the left. All we know is that we need to get out of that pain. And when you look at pain, pain has the same intensity as passion. Yes, the same intensity as passion. So when you look on a vibrational level, pain, passion, it's just one side of the spectrum or the other. Sometimes we need to be in extreme amounts of pain so that we will be able to reach extreme amounts of passion. When we're in our passion, we're going to be able to take our perceived failures, crumble them up, burn them. Now Now, this is the good part. This is the final exciting part about how do you close out your year. Now, you still have your list of all of your accomplishments. Now, create a list of the accomplishments that you are desiring to create in the next 1, 3, 5, 10, 20 years. It doesn't matter. The more you can have on that list, your absolute desirable fantasy list, if you could accomplish, if you could have, if you could perceive every single thing that you could possibly imagine to experience, write it on this new list. And you can write more than one page. You can write 3, 4, 5 pages. The goal is to have at least 100 or more items on that list of things you want to do, things you want to be, things you want to have, things you want to experience. And it doesn't have to be 2018. Now we're starting a general point of what are you going to start manifesting? What are you going to start creating for your future? All of your perceived failures are gone. Even if some of your perceived failures is some kind of a handicap that you once believed up until now existed. At one point, I used to believe that I couldn't walk very far. I couldn't walk more than 10 feet without falling over. That was a perceived limitation that I had. And now I've realized that since I've burnt my list of that perceived limitation, it no longer limits me. Now, I'm not saying not to seek medical help for any injuries you might have, but for me, I realized that my mind was more of a bear trap than my body was. So, writing your list of everything that you could possibly imagine for as far out as you can imagine. Write them all down. It can be simple things like smelling a flower, seeing a child laugh, watching the oak tree that you planted when you were a little girl or a little boy grow into this big tower. It can be any of those. It can be spending time with a loved one or going to Jamaica. Or maybe you decided to take your family on a cruise, or maybe you decided to watch a YouTube video of other people cruising because that's what you want to experience. To write everything down. Imagine there's no limits. There's no amount of money that you can't make. There's absolutely no amount of time that you can't have. There's not a person, place, or thing that is in your way for creating your new life. Once you have this list, then take a final piece of paper, draw a circle on the top, cut the circle into 4 pieces, just put a cross in it. So you have 4 little pies, as you would say it. And then in each pie, just for 2018, what are just the 4 things that you want to accomplish? Things that your mind can currently conceive that you can accomplish. And then after you have those 4 things, on the lower, underneath the circle, outside of the circle, you put the date, you sign your name, and then I'm going to borrow this from a book that I read for creative visualization. It was by Shakti, I believe, but don't quote me on the name. She used this or something better now manifests in totally satisfying and harmonious ways for the best and better good of all concerned. And then put your hand on the circle every single day and read those 4 items that you want to accomplish. And then take out 5 or 10 minutes for the next 3 weeks per day and just journal about what would it feel like when these things are accomplished? What would that look like? What would transpire? Just a few minutes, just even if you just take one aspect of one of those items. What vibration would you have? Would you feel happy? Would you feel zealous? Would you feel joy? Would you be passionate? Really pay attention to what words you are using and writing them in a contents of very positive. And start watching as the universe starts unraveling certain parts of your life to make this happen. Because sometimes when we want something so bad, when we desire something so bad, we might not have the energy in order to bring it to us because we've got something else blocking us. The universe will take the strongest energy. That block could be a person, place, or thing. And the universe will slowly start putting you out of sync with that person, place, or thing. Sometimes it's fast. Depends on how good of a manifester you are. And sometimes it's slow. But pay attention. And as a good friend of mine, Scott Schilling, says, keep an evidence journal. Document things that are happening. When I look back at my evidence journal, and I document it from meeting this one single person that led me to move to this city, that led me to move to this city, that led me to start seeking more. When I look at that evidence journal, that one person forever changed my life. And because of that one person, I am here today speaking with you. This is Luci McMonagle. I am the Mystic Wealth Creator. And if you're looking to create conscious wealth in your life and your business, if you need some help with your vibration, if you need some help with generational curses or energies that are just holding you back and you can't quite get it, I'm available to empower you. You can go to my website at lucimcmonagle.com. That's LuciMcmonagle.com. LuciMcMonagle.com. And click on the button on the right-hand side that says schedule your appointment with me. I would love to talk with you, to tell you what I see in your future, to tell you what my vision is for you, and to help you see a grander, more bigger vision for yourself. And I'm more than happy to help you with generational clearings, wealth vibe upgrades, and to help you create magical money manifestations. So this has been phenomenal. I am so grateful that you are listening to me. If you're on a channel that you can subscribe to, whether it's YouTube, iHeart, iTunes, or any of the other places that I have the Wealthy Wednesday show, make sure you click on the subscribe button. Leave some comments below. Let me know, what did you think about this show? Also, get a hold of me. Let me know, how did your evidence journal goes? And How did you feel after you burned your perceived failures? Because I would like to know. You can go to my website again, LuciMcMonagle.com, and you can click on the Contact Me button, send me a message. I'm here to be of service. I'm here to help you, and I'm here to empower you. If you're looking to create a legacy, if you're looking to create conscious wealth, I'm definitely your girl. So until next year, I will see you later. Abundant blessings.
Thank you for listening to the Wealthy Wednesday Show. This is your host, Luci McMonagle. I am the Mystic Wealth Creator, a mentor for conscious women entrepreneurs, helping them create more freedom in their business through conscious wealth creation. I would love to extend to you a free gift. And all you need to do is go to my website at LuciMcMonagle.com. That's LuciMcMonagle.com to get your free gift. So until next time, abundant blessings.